Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank y'all, everybody, for listening to us tonight. We had a hot show in the middle of the breaks and whatnot. We coming back later than we had planned to because we in here chopping it up about, our hip-hop list and stuff. That's why I brought it to us in that last segment. And so we were still getting into it and whatnot. Will demanded. He threw his hand on the table, almost broke the table, and said, I want y'all top 5 list and whatnot. He was like, quit playing. Grizzy in here pontificating on bullshit and whatnot, and K-Dub stuttering, and SY just grinning. So, that's what we did. So anyway, we're going to get into our rants and our closings. We're going to go around the room, and we always get our guests to jump in like double dutch and whatnot. Right. So we're going to have Will start us off. Will, what you got, brother?
I'm glad I got a top 5.
Right. You still waiting on it.
Glad I got a top 5.
He's speechless.
Yeah, this great show. Love the show. I don't have a rant. No.
You ain't got one.
I am grateful for K-Dub coming in and illuminating me on sickle cell. But the website and to contribute to. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. My money stays in my pocket, partner. Okay. If you get my dollars out of my pocket, okay, you doing something. But I got kids and myself affected by sickle cell, and I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it at home. I'm gonna keep my dollars at home, and I am donating to the Sickle Cell Anemia Association. Thank you, brother, for bringing that to my awareness tonight.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. At this time, we're going to move through. Everybody does their final statement, their rant, and their closing. My brother, Big Joe, ain't been with us in a while. It's your turn. Final thing, real quick, what you got?
Yo, my thing is, and I don't know how K-Dub did it, but you know what? This ALS challenge and everything that we got to put forth, yo, please don't forget that juvenile diabetes is one of the big things for us as black people and everybody else. We got to make sure that we take care of everybody. During ALS, I get it, but it's everybody that needs to be made sure they're taken care of. That's my word one.
Ain't no half stepping on Marcus J. Keeping it moving, J. Grizzy Green.
Hey, you remember I made that phone call? You know what? I give a quick, brief history of it. I was doing stand-up, and the promoter was like, yo, I'm doing a radio station, and I think you'd be a great host. He said, if you want to have a show, come on through. So I called up Carlton Banks, because I've known him the longest since 6th grade, so that's going to date me a little bit, but that's a long time. And I was like, yo, we need somebody in there that's going to be the antithesis of me and you, because I've known him the longest, but we need somebody that we ain't know just as long, but just gonna hit it just right. Like hey K-Dub, you remember James say, no, you need to hit it on the one.
Yeah,
you gotta hit it just right. You gotta
hit it on the one.
You gotta hit it just right. He couldn't come up with one, and I was like, yo, I'm thinking of all the cats I know, and I'm like, yo, what about our man Marcus J? He was like, I don't know, just give him a shout and see what's up. And I called you up. I was like, yo, we got a show in a month. It's going to be an all-sports show. If you down, you down. And Mark was like, this right up my wheelhouse, ain't it?
Hell yeah.
This right up my wheelhouse. And 3 years later, we done politic, and we done started out our own station where legacy, independence is the key to building our legacy. So with that being said, I like to say big shout out to my man Marcus J for first taking over the green room, the first 1.0 that we had back on that station. Look at that joint, right? Back on what we used to be on. And then when I was like, yo, I'm gonna move on to some more stand up. I need somebody to stand in, not even stand in, take over the joint. And he was like, yo, no problem. Boom. And then he had another vision to say, we're gonna do our own can I say shit? Yeah, we're gonna do our own shit. Why would we be working for somebody else?
I'm showing them the original.
Yeah, he showed the flyer.
The original flyer for the original green is only a picture of Jay Grizzy, which didn't matter because the show was his. Nah, it was your show, man. Right. So you.
So he was like, "Yo, He called me up about a year and a half ago. It was like, yo, we about to do our own joint, and the only person I could think of to jump this off would be you. And I was like, say no more, brother. I'm there. So make sure y'all listen to the Green Room version 2.0 with Jay Grizzy and comedian that's Lissa P every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. here on LegacyInternetRadio.com. I'd like to say peace to my man Marcus. Appreciate your brother. Fist bump. Bye, y'all. Hey, Johnny Manziel, if you play this Sunday, we're going to whack your ass. We're going to beat you down to the dirt. Steelers all day, baby. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife. It's her birthday today, honey. I love you. I'm coming home to put it down.
Oh, Lord. Of course.
That's what it is. And the kids, hey, make sure y'all kids, not only do they have some good clothes to go to school tomorrow, but make sure they read a book with without the pictures in it. Yeah, read a book without some pictures in it, y'all. Y'all spend some time with y'all kids, man. There's too many knuckleheads running around here. I'll expound on this some more on Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Thank you, Mark.
Ain't no half stepping. Marcus J keeping it moving. Got my brother K-Dub. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to think about how you want to close out the show with your rant and with your closing, but I got a little mood music in the background for you and whatnot.
Watch it mess around and be like JB. Exactly. Y'all just if y'all know, man. Hey, I just recently saw the James Brown movie, man, and I'm telling you, I'm in there. But hey, listen. First off, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. If it wasn't for Marcus J, I wouldn't be sitting here trying to, pontificate a lot of my ideas and what? Spell it? IT. Look. What I wanted to get across is that, look, this being an anniversary or what have you, I just wanted to let y'all know is that, Marcus J, we talk almost every day, every other day, and we talk anything from politics to, what's going on in the hood to, let me get your perspective on certain things. And when he came to me in regards to doing the show originally with Jay Grizzy, I told him, hey, man, a lot of stuff that you wanted to talk about in regards to sports, we talk about on the phone. So
NBA, man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he had the opportunity to take that and expand it into his own show, I said, hey, if Grizzy has enough confidence in you to do it, he's giving you the keys, then go ahead, sit in the seat and drive the machine. And I would say that, since he's made that decision, I would say that it's been a success, and it only has room to grow. So for that, I just want to say, thank you to Marcus J and the whole, Ain't No Half Steppin' crew, everybody that's here. Me personally, here's what I want to do, man. I spoke earlier today in regards to sickle cell anemia, and Big Joe talked about diabetes. But as individuals, everybody needs to, I would say, find knowledge yourself. Find what it is that makes you. Study your history. Don't get fed. Don't eat with everything that's being fed to you. Open the book. Get on the internet. Ask questions. Inquire within. Talk to your relatives. Talk to your older generation, and find out what's really going on. What really has been going on. Find out about how things that's going on today are similar to the things that went on back in the 60s, 70s, 50s, so on and so forth. So find knowledge yourself. And hey, man, every day when you wake up, it's another opportunity for you to be a better person than you was the day before. So with that, I just want to say thank you to Marcus J for the whole Ain't No Half Steppin' crew, and for everybody that I know or what have you. Be safe. Carry yourselves, hold yourself to a higher standard. And to Mrs. Dub, I love you, and I will see you soon. I see you soon, and hey, I'm just blessed to be here and glad to be here to share this knowledge or what have you. And even though I'm hitting y'all with a lot of facts and statistics and all that, I'm still that funny dude. So you know what? Let's keep it popping, baby. You know what I'm saying? Straight from Jersey City.
That means because he was speed down 85 trying to get you started.
Straight from Jersey City, man.
Peace and love to all the guards, the herbs, the square.
Is you getting married, brother?
Yeah, next year, brother.
Can I come? Put Marcus J in the plus.
No, we are not having.
That's 3. Yeah, can we get to the bachelor party? Me
Oh
and Joe.
my God! On that note, I just want to say peace and love to the earths, the gods, the squares, and the stars. Peace.
It's gonna be old and popping.
Ain't no half step on Marcus J. All right, listen, let's keep this going. Of course, I give my I give my co-host an opportunity to close it out before I say what I got to say, and she needs to tell us all why she feeling so happy. What you got?
Oh, why you had to join in?
Because I do the same thing every single week.
Well, stop doing that. Anyway, I'm just glad to be here. It's Monday. I was excited about this Monday, though. Normally, y'all know I'm like, it's Monday. But I was excited to be here. I'm happy to have met K-Dub. You are so much fun. You are so funny. We have so much fun. And you just remember me from out the womb, you know what I'm saying? We good with that. And our guest, Big Joe Big Joe just slamming down, making noise on the table. Every time you tell him to be quiet, he make a little bit more noise, a little bit louder. I don't know what to do with the Lord's children. But Grizzy, nice to see you as always. You know what I'm saying? Babe, thank you for coming with me. And thank you for helping me hook up my little rap list. I appreciate it. and you look really stunning in that Steelers t-shirt. I just gotta say. But it was really a good night, and I'm learning. I'm sitting at the board, y'all. I'm learning if tonight sounds some kind of way, like Marcus.
If they got a problem,
I don't believe y'all talking while I'm talking.
If they have a problem, kick them to the curb.
Hell, y'all, we not supposed to talk when people rant, man.
I mean, y'all just so.
K-Dub should know better, and so
rude.
should Grizzy. Joe gets a pass because he never been
I'm
here.
excited because it's my first time.
But it was fun. I do want to remind you all that Saturday, September 6th, this coming Saturday at 3 p.m., myself, SY, and the comedianess Lissa P launch our talk show here at Legacy Internet Radio, Conversation from Your Sisters. It is so real. It is so real. We are keeping it real. All sorts of topics, stuff that we can't talk about here on Monday nights, y'all. So, be ready, be prepared. This Saturday, September 6th, 3 p.m. sharp. I am not starting at 3:01. It is 3 p.m. sharp.
Can I come?
Be there or be square. Yes, you can.
I can come.
Not in this building though.
I have to call.
I know you.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to the building. Cause I know how y'all gonna do. I'm gonna talk about that Wednesday. That's I know how y'all gonna set it up. I know
the show's gonna air alternate Saturdays. So what you can do is we will pick a topic that we know you wanna chime in on, and you can come on the next show. How about that?
In essence, you got me on call block.
No, you can come. You can come into the building.
Okay.
You can come into the building.
Make sure I plug that show every other Saturday.
All right, and it's just gonna be so much fun. I'm so psyched about this show. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to say. My girls are listening. So, but just thank y'all for listening and hanging out with us. We are so past time. So I'm gonna pass it to my host. And, I'm going to say, I guess, good night until next Monday.
Ain't no half step on Marcus J. We appreciate everybody that listened to us tonight. Everybody that listened to us and tune in. Everybody that's listening to the replays right now on YouTube. Special thanks. Of course, we always like to run down all of the shows here on Legacy Internet Radio. Of course, you're listening to Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J every single Monday night from 7 until we freaking finish. On Tuesdays and live in the radio, Mr. LP and his crew every Tuesday from 7 to 9. Of course, you heard him all night. The man himself, Jay Grizzy, on the Green Room version 2.0 with the First Lady, comedianess Lissa P. Every single Wednesday. We don't know if that's true or not. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that we don't care. But anyway, Thursday nights we got All Throttle Radio, the Bikers, every Thursday from 7 to 9. And then Fridays we doing replays of all of our talk shows. We got the P Show on Saturday from 12 to 2. Of course, you heard it here, launched on this Saturday coming up. You got Conversation for our sisters coming this Saturday, every other Saturday, bi-weekly, with SY and Lissa P. And then, of course, we've got the Throwback at 5 in Deep House Sessions with DJ Renee Melendez every single Saturday night, Legacy and Net Radio. And, of course, we playing Bob Marley and the Family Reggae Mix after Deep House Sessions. So, anyway, just want to thank everybody that checked in. My sister Melanie was listening. DJ Renee Melendez checked in. My brother Seb, Michelle K, of course, S-Dub checked in as well. So I want to give a special thank you to all of those folks. At this time, I always like to end up the show with my rant and with my closing. And I'm going to be very, very brief, which I've tried to have been the last couple of weeks. Basically, I'm going to just give a shout out to my brother K-Dub. We talked about doing this for a long time. We haven't had him in the building at all. So tonight, of course, is the first time. So wanted to thank him for making the trek up here. You know, we've had, a cool 24 hours since he's been here. We done hung out with the Legacy and that radio crew. He done got to meet everybody. We actually went and played golf today for the first time in my life. I swung a golf club, and of course, my brother K-Dub kind of coached me and Mama J through a lot of it. No, I didn't kill no duck. And I only lost like 3 or 4 balls. So that's not like that. And of course, I want to give a special thank you to my brother Big Joe's in the building and whatnot. Yeah, he crazy as hell. But we haven't had him in the building since Ain't No Half Steppin' Marcus J launched. Way back when we first started on the other website. So glad to have him and see him across the table. Thanks to Will for being here as well. And of course, Jay Grizzy said it. He said it best when he closed out his segment, kind of stole a little bit of my thunder a little bit, but that's cool because the reality is we wouldn't be up in here doing Legacy and Net Radio and Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J and none of the shows had it not been for his courage and saying, you know what, I never done radio before, but I'll try. And, of course, he had the forethought to say, I ain't fooling with this clown no more. And he bounced after 3 months. But that ended up being the best thing. You know what I mean? Because when he said I'm out, it got to the point where Carlton Banks and Big Rube and I said, you know what? We want to still do this. And so we kept on doing it. And that's how we ended up getting here to the point. And I always tell this story, but we wanted this shit so bad, man. We did the first month of Legacy Internet Radio in Big Rube's kitchen at his house. You know what I mean? So that's how hard we go for Legacy Internet Radio. So I normally have prepared words. I close the show with a prepared rant closing, but I really wanted to be a little bit more organic tonight because of the love that I got in the room from my brothers. And of course, my co-host, my sister, is here with us. She produced tonight's show, and I'm glad that she did. We had a great show, and I'm happy and thankful for everybody in the room. So that's my rant. That ain't have nothing to do with what we talked about here tonight. It's the end of the show. I want to remind everybody that independence is key to building your legacy. I also want to say peace to all the stars and all of the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Those are the words of Bob Marley, who you hear singing in the background. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. And don't freaking talk over my rant. Be back next week. Peace.